So there's discrepancy.
Yeah.
There's discrepancy and there's frustration in the
Ain't
air.
no nothing, nigga. You lost, nigga.
So it's not
Ben,
that
you
we're
lost,
late
nigga.
because we're on CP time or anything like that. It's just because there's an argument going on about who is actually the true public enemy number one.
Bruh,
That's what's happening right now.
Bro, just like it was when Dewey beat Truman, you know what I'm saying? They put that shit in the papers, you know what I'm saying? This week came out, I'm the champ. I'm the champ until Royal Rumble, whether you like it or not. And listen, Ben, I don't care what you said when the tweet goes out, that
What's
means it's
happening with
official.
everybody?
And because we win. I win. How y'all doing? You know what I'm saying? Ladies and gentlemen, people without jobs, people with people with unemployment, people that got llamas, gammas, motherfucking, you know what I'm saying, gammas and ramma rays.
This guy is really my friend, right? So it's like he doesn't really care that I tell him to please stop stepping on my toes with my intro. And it's so hilarious to me because like I really feel a way about it. But he has no concern for my feelings or my emotions.
No, I do.
At all.
I apologize.
Yo,
I apologize to your feelings
it's
and your
just
emotions.
It's just like for like I forget however many episodes Graham was like, hey man, can y'all stop calling me the Red Power Ranger? I feel uncomfortable about that. So he's just like, all right, man, I'm not gonna call you that no more. Boom. Next episode, man, you the Red Ranger of the show.
Hey man, that shit lasted for like 22 minutes. He was like, "Don't call me Red Ranger." I was like, "Okay."
So the problem is,
like, so Red Ranger.
The problem is apparently I miscounted or discounted the predictions in such a way where Ben is saying that he is actually the one true winner. I thought that I counted it correctly. I thought that I counted it correctly in that
me too.
It was either going to be Jizzle winning or me and Ben tying. Now, if you listen to the show and you have an understanding of how the predictions work, please chime in. Magic 8 Ball, is Ben the true public enemy number one?
Yo, that's the Magic 8 Ball.
Can't predict right now. Oh,
listen, that means I'm the champ, baby.
Look,
Ben,
I'm sitting in there. I'm sitting in my room. Oh, hold on. I'm sitting in my room watching War Games. After the Bloodline win, I'm like, all right, man, I'm the champ. Because I remember the picks. I went through like a whole explanation why the Bloodline was going to win. I get up, walk into where I'm setting up, sit down. I'm like, okay, let me, check my phone real quick, see what's going on. I see CJ is the winner. I'm like, bro. I immediately go to the YouTube. Hey, man, subscribe, like, comment, all that. But I go to the YouTube and I'm like, hey, I know something's not, buy a shirt too. I'm like, hey, something's off. Let me go check and see who I picked because I remember this last match was going to decide, was the deciding factor. So I'm like, I know he picked the Brawling Brutes. I went back to the whole thing. And I went back to the whole thing before we even started this show. And I picked the Bloodline. You and you picked the Brutes.
No, we picked Pete Dunne as being the fucking as the MVP of the match. We didn't pick the Brutes.
No,
nigga.
Sir.
Hey, listen, Ben, I understand that you have your belt on. It is good. You know what I'm saying? Like, listen, Ric Flair was the real World Heavyweight Champion too when fucking bum ass Terry was the champion. But listen, I am the champ because the official page where you can buy at bigcartel.us.com t-shirts at, you know what I'm saying?
Jizzle,
the Jacket
please,
Beat shirt,
please,
you know what I'm saying? Go ahead and get 5 of them.
This is why you leave things out of the web address. This is why, like, you gotta let me, you feel me, just run that play.
I'm the champ now. I run that play.
There you go, and I'm with that because that's how I recalled it. If I'm incorrect, somebody please let me know. I'll listen back after we're done here. But right now, we are here.
Look,
hey, we're not here to argue about that all day. We have a show to do.
I'm here to argue, bro. I changed my name to the Waco Kid, and I didn't do that shit for nothing. I'm the Waco fucking kid in here, bro.
You got it. You host the show.
Nah, bro, you go ahead. Champ
Yeah,
don't
you
host
don't
the
want
show.
to do that. Yeah,
Champ
all
sits
right.
back.
Oh. So when I became the 16-time Public Enemy #1, has been the champion for the last month or so. Not even the last month or so. Yeah, about the last month or so, actually, because I won a Halloween Havoc. I still hosted the show, and you're telling me that the rule is the champ don't host the show? I bet. I'm gonna keep that in. No. I'm gonna hold you to that. I'm gonna hold you to that. Let's go ahead and get it. Ladies and gentlemen, of course, y'all already know what we're here for. This is the Public Enemies podcast, and we are here to do the post-show review of Survivor Series War Games 2022. One time for the one time. Yes, indeed. If you are a first time, second time, third time, or a frequent listener, you already know what it is. Please follow it all the socials. You feel me? At the Enemies PE3. If you haven't hit the like button, please hit the like button. Please hit the subscribe. Super chats are on. We appreciate the support. Now go ahead and make a trip over to momandpops.bigcartel.com and make sure you put your order in for the Jackin' for Beats t-shirt, Public Enemies podcast logo, momandpops.bigcartel.com. Use the promo code PE3 for $5 off. Y'all talking about. And yes, indeed, Public Enemies podcast Patreon will launch December the 7th. Now, with that said, if you haven't already, take a trip over to the Black Announce Table YouTube and check out the Thanksgiving special that we did with them. We talked about all the World Cup of sides, Thanksgiving, you feel me? And we gave our thoughts and opinions, of course, on Survivor Series that we are here to talk about the aftermath of. Now, these guys want to argue. Let's go ahead and talk about the
I'm not here
real
to argue
war
nothing, big dog.
that kicked off the show.
I am.
We'll figure it out.
Women's War Games match?
Out. Hey, listen, people. I'm open to being wrong. All right? I'm open to being wrong. I'm wrong a lot. Somebody said earlier, I think it was Brenton, because he said Graham probably too high to start the show right now. No, not necessarily, but I was high, and I still am. But
this nigga was at the store taking pictures of
He
chips,
said,
bro.
no, not necessarily. You say not. You say not. You say not. You say not. Not say not. Not really. But you know.
Let's get into it, man. War Games kicked off the show. The women did their motherfucking thing. You feel me? Bianca Belair's team. They defeated Damage CTRL Nikki Cross. What did you guys think about this match, man?
I mean, I think let the champ talk first. You know what I'm saying? Look at Ben's face. Still got your bandana on for nothing.
I walked into that.
You know what I mean? Yeah, I mean, say you sure did. I think they were coming in because I figured like when they were going to do 2 War Games matches for the Survivor Series, they would put the women's on first, and I think they were up against up again. I think they did the best that they could. You know what I mean? Like, you know what I'm saying? Dakotas, you know what I'm saying? Does what Dakotas does. So Dakotas fucking sells of all time. You know what I'm saying? EO jumped off the cage, which I expected. And I mean, you got what you can say, you got what you're gonna get. And you should expect that shit. And it was a great opening match for what it's gonna be. We got some mist in there. Like, I didn't expect no mist. You know what I'm saying? That popped me. When Maria got misted in the face with her thick ass. You know what I'm saying? So I'm with that shit. But you know what I mean? Like, I thought it was okay. I thought it was cool, you know what I'm saying? I thought it was a great opening match for a fucking Survivor Series that nobody cared about really. Except me and us. So yeah, I'm with that shit.
I thought the match was really good. We'll get into the other War Games match in a little bit, but I feel like they put on a really good match, even though there was no story in there. Like, they really didn't have like a story going forward. Like the whole Bianca Belair versus Damage CTRL thing had kind of like worn down a little bit. It was kind of felt like, okay, let's get this out of here because we've been doing this since SummerSlam. But like, they didn't really have that strong of a story going into this. But the match made up for it, in my opinion. Like the other War Games match, the men's War Games match is very story driven. But this one had the spots. This one had the like CJ said, like the mist, and it wasn't even like at the end of the match. It was like halfway through, like when the match had started, that Rhea got hit with the mist. So that was interesting to see, because she was like, they had to like tell a story of like Rhea can barely see and she's trying to, you know, do these moves and everything like that. I feel like it was a strong opener, and it kind of was like telling the men like can see if you can top that.
Follow that. Follow that. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to Rhea, you know what I'm saying, being thicker than fucking Quaker oatmeal, peaches and cream. Golly. You know what I'm saying?
This match was fire.
I think they were in fucking like but you're in a raw deal, you know what I'm saying? You're the first War Games match in Survivor Series history. And who are you going to put but the two biggest women in your in women's wrestling in general? Yes, I said it. The Man and fucking the EST are the biggest people in wrestling in general. Top 7, not named Roman Reigns. So like, I think they could with the return of fucking you know what I'm saying, the Man, and then still making everybody look good, and then still making everybody do their thing. Like, that's what War Games is for.
She went crazy with that.
The best that they could
with that leg drop off the top of the cage on the coldest and on EO.
Yeah.
That was a dope shot.
I'm surprised EO, because remember last year, you know what I'm saying, EO put a whole motherfucking trash can on herself and jumped off. So you know what I'm saying, how you gonna top that shit?
Somebody made an edit. It was like a cartoon edit of EO arriving to the arena, and she was just dragging a trash can along with her. And I'm like, oh, that's dope. That's pretty dope. WWE dropped the ball. We should have got New Edition versus New Kids on the Block Survivor Series match. That's what David says in the chat. That
so you want a whole bunch of 1980s fucking boy band dust in the ring, huh? Them niggas can't do nothing but a spin and a split.
In KOTB.
I thought during this match, like when Bianca like is holding down EO and Dakota, I kind of thought we would see Becky kind of turn on her there, because she kind of did some shit, like the way she looked back at her before she went up. I said she probably gonna jump off that cage on top of her, but they kept with it. So I don't know, where do you guys see Bianca Belair going from here?
I mean, I think she can fight anybody in the entire heel faction of the War Games match, and then have like a program with them if they want them to do it right. You would think, like either one of them, like either all the 5 of them, because you like we got the because Becky and Rhea had their little standoff, so we're probably gonna have a little something between them. So we'll have that. So I'll take Rhea out the picture, so you can have any of the 4. You probably have Alexa and Nikki some shit, and then any of the other 3, you can have fucking Bianca beat the shit out of any one of them 3. You feel me? Because Bianca is the EST. That's why it's in her name.
Like, where do you think Bianca goes from here, Graham?
I would assume that it would be Rhea. They were trying to do that back before Rhea got injured, and now that it seems like she's back in motion, Royal Rumble, I guess, would be a nice place to set that up. But that's a while, though. That's a whole 2 months from now.
That's a month, nigga, if you really think about it.
No, it's not even December yet, bro. Like,
bro, niggas been celebrating Christmas. Niggas been celebrating Christmas since Thanksgiving.
Because you gotta look at it, that you gotta go to the end of December and the end of January. That's like effectively, like you said, that's like 2 months. And to hold that storyline there, I guess you could do it on a Raw or something.
TJ, you wild, bro.
Yo, man, me and Yams. He said me and Yams had the fucking had the marshmallows on top of her shit. But you think Triple H?
I don't even want to say it. Go ahead, Jizzle. Change the subject, please.
Hey, bro, do you really think that fucking Terra Rising is gonna have a month off between fucking pay-per-views? Like, come on, dog.
Yeah, I think
There's
they
gonna
would
be
have
something
announced
up
it
in there.
if they. When is the 30th anniversary of Raw?
January.
Yeah, but like, could they make
But
like depending where that is, or
that's usually where you get off your like nostalgic shit. There's like on those anniversary shows, they put like sort of like big title matches there, but for the most part, they're relying on nostalgia to kind of get that through. They might put it on there. I don't know.
it's
I think if
January
they wanted to
23rd.
bring, I think if they wanted to bring back like a New Year's Revolution type shit, a New Year's show type shit, I think it would be perfect for them to do. Like,
But
just to like have like a filler type shit, because I don't know if AEW is gonna do some shit like that. Sorry to talk about them niggas over here, but like I think you got to have something right there because you used to having a something like even since '97, like DX in your house was in '97. Like, so you got to have something over there to fucking, saying, feed the fiends. So I don't know. I think they're in a good spot. I think it was a good opening match, and it was a good way to set up to where you can have whatever you want to go with the women's side, because Bianca is just so good. Like, I could fight anybody whenever I want to, however I want to, and then you can put it wherever, because we know what the WrestleMania match is going to be.
Well, if she goes,
she's getting into John. But
I was gonna now finish your thought, please, because that can close us out.
I said because she's getting into John Cena territory with the way they're building her up, and like the wins that she's getting under her belt and the momentum that she has. Like, it's very John Cena-esque.
Yeah. I think Rhea Ripley can be like her Randy Orton. No, man, but if she does face off against Rhea Ripley and they build towards that at Royal Rumble, I mean, there's going to be a lot of shenanigans involved. Street Profits maybe come back and help her out because the Judgment Day, they kind of got a little bit of strength in numbers right now. And Finn Balor faced off against AJ Styles here tonight and lost. You guys got to carry this one. I did not see this match.
I mean, it was what it was. It was what it was. Like, the thing is, like, niggas expected to be like I don't know what fucking wrestling fans expected it for it to be. Like, they thought it was gonna be Okada versus Tanahashi part 1 and that shit. Like, nah, blood. Like, listen, dog, we're the second match after the War Games, my nigga. So we're gonna give you a fucking palate cleanser. And I think they did exactly what they were supposed to do. And like Graham said from the jump, I'm saying the last episode, listen to that shit back on all the podcast platforms. He was like, "Yo, man, I think the club needs a win because they just got there, and like they need something to give some momentum." And AJ Styles being one of the best wrestlers to ever fucking take a breath of fucking Dwayne Johnson's air. And Finn Balor also being that shit. And then I think they did what they were supposed to do. You know what I'm saying? Like, we ain't trying to be better than the last match. We were trying to be just as good for you remember our shit. And I think they did the right.
Yeah, the match was solid. It was really solid. It wasn't better than their first match at TLC, but it still did what it needed to do. Like CJ said, like, we're not trying to outshine the first match. We're gonna be good, but we're not gonna overdo it with the spots. Like, I was looking forward to them utilizing both rings. Like, that's something that we see when there's when there's War Games matches and there's 2 ring setups. Sometimes if they're 2 high flyer wrestlers, they'll utilize both rings. They'll hop back and forth. They didn't really do that. They didn't do any of that is what I was expecting. And they kept and to their credit, they kept the outside interactions to a minimum. I think they had like one interaction, they started fighting, and both teams left the ringside. And then they got back to the match. Like, it did what it needed to do. I feel like they're gonna have a third one where they'll be able to go all out. And I did like that they noticed that AJ didn't have any wins on pay-per-views for like almost the last 3 years, and they gave him this one. This is his first pay-per-view win since Crown Jewel 2019.
I think I like the fact that, you know what I'm saying, like niggas fucking, like saying the people in the back understand, I'm saying, like the shit that we understood. I'm saying, like, AJ ain't won a match on pay-per-view in fucking like 6 months. You know what I'm saying? So they see that shit too. You know what I'm saying? Like, so as much as you motherfuckers say that they don't be listening to y'all, they see the same shit that y'all niggas see. So shut your fucking mouths. You know what I mean? And Finn knows exactly what it is. You know what I'm saying, Judgment Day had a whole fucking run. You know what I'm saying? Rey Mysterio's fucking bastard son beat up his dad on Thanksgiving Day in front of the stuffing.
You know what? You know what I liked about that is the fact that everybody made the joke about, man, Thanksgiving is going to be awkward around the Mysterio house. So they said, you know what? Let's go ahead and just shoot something real quick. Why not? Why not? Fuck it. You know?
Bro, you know
I do have a question.
You know how sick you got to be to get your ass beat by your son in a Louis Vuitton mask, nigga? Like, in front of your grandkids, nigga? Like, all right, blood. Cool.
I mean, you don't really have a choice. It's not really about how sick you got to be.
True.
It's like, you don't make that decision.
And
yeah. That's
I had a question about that. I had a question about that video, a little plot hole. Why is Rey Mysterio eating Thanksgiving dinner with his family while wearing a mask? Why is it? Why did they come in the house and he just immediately got the mask on? He had the mask on.
He put the mask on as he was coming to the door. As he was coming to the door, he was putting the mask on. Yeah.
I missed that part. Why do you have the mask?
They played that. They played that. They played that of fire. Why wouldn't it be? I don't know. Because first of all, who knows? First of all, let's lay it out. If we're gonna do it, let's lay it out. First of all, let's do it. If we don't know if it's within grabbing distance because he didn't answer the door. True. Mom answered the door, and Mom said, "Dominic, what are you?" Yeah. First of all, why are you filming? Dominic, why are you filming? He's like, "What are you doing here? Why are you filming?" She tried to close the door. Ray comes to the door. As he's coming to the door, he's like putting the mask on, adjusting the mask because he's like, what the fuck is this? You know what I'm saying? Part. Like, my question was, I heard Corey Graves. Was it Corey Graves? Who? No, not Corey Graves. My bad.
Vic Joseph?
No. Michael Cole. My bad.
Cole?
It was Michael Cole on SmackDown. He said Dominic Mysterio took his girlfriend. She's supposed to be his girlfriend. They're supposed to be dating. I didn't know that. I thought it was just like some weird like dominatrix shit.
Yeah, I thought he just be listening.
I didn't know that they were supposed to be like an official item in this story. But if that's the case, then that's the case, I guess. What did you guys think about the masks that Finn and AJ wore to the ring?
I'm with that. Like, I'm with anything, because like in order to do some shit like that, you know what I'm saying, you have to get the okay, you know what I'm saying, you have to get the okay from the big homies, you know what I'm saying, like, all right, but you can do that shit. Because when Finn was coming out with the fucking Balenciaga mask, like we called it out, I'm saying, the last fucking post show we did, so we was like, all right, so like, if you're gonna do one, I'm gonna do one. And then like, especially with AJ getting the win too, so it was like, yeah, you know what I mean? Like, yeah, I'm a legend, you a legend. Like, I'm saying, like, it was just a good, you know what I'm saying? That's what Survivor Series, that's why I always love Survivor Series. Like personally to me, like, it was always my favorite after WrestleMania to me, because like the Survivor Series to me, like you saying, you get the showcase, that's how you get everybody to get paid on the same card. And then like everybody got to do their shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, you get a mask, I get a mask. So I'm with that shit. So I was with that shit.
Yeah, it's very like, I like how they play up like the Japanese wrestling ties. They're like, That's the mask that AJ wore when he went over to Japan, and Michael Cole like talks about like New Japan and everything like that on the commentary a lot. I've been enjoying that.
Shit, you got to pay me some kind of money, nigga.
What was the next
Terrorizing?
match? The next match was Terrorizing.
Shotzi.
Terrorizing. We need to talk Terrorizing. This next match with Ronda Rousey and Shotzi for the SmackDown Women's Championship. I tweeted right before this match got started. I said, "Hey, this is happening at a really awkward time. I'm at a backwoods."
Graham.
I said, "Hey, I'm at a backwoods, and this is like a really convenient time to go, but at the same time, like I don't necessarily feel right doing this, because it's Shotzi from the town. Like I can't do that to Shotzi, you know what I'm saying? So I was like, you know what, it's all good. I'll just watch it on my phone while I go."
You want to hear my hot take?
I just went ahead and connected it to the Bluetooth in the car, and I was like, all right, we'll just go ahead and rock it like that. You feel me? I don't necessarily want to miss anything, but I did have to go pick up those flaming hot barbecue Jason Tatum ruffle joints. You feel me? And some backwoods, of course. But yes,
hey, bro,
you have a hot take?
Bro, that match, it was just like a fucking like a Lil Wayne verse. Like, you know what's gonna be, you know what I'm saying? A whole bunch of words rhyming that ain't supposed to be rhyming. Like, I think the hot take is that I'll explain this. I think it's harder to fucking find a person to beat Ronda Rousey than it is harder to find a person to beat Roman Reigns. Because who are you gonna beat? Who do you have to beat Ronda Rousey on the roster to beat, like, in juxtapose? You know what I'm saying? Shout out to juxtapose, my favorite word, to beat fucking Roman Reigns. You know what I mean? Because, like, I know you had Shotzi in there I'm saying, from the town. I'm saying, shout out to Oakland. And Marshawn says to Marshawn Shotzi. Marshotzi. But, like, who you... Like,
I knew you were going to put that together. I knew you were going to put that together. Like, he's going to...
Hey, that's why you my nigga, blood. You know what I'm saying? So who you going to beat? Like, it's easier to find somebody to beat, you know what I'm saying, to go to the bloodline than to go against fucking the one woman band Ronda Rousey. So, like, what's next after that? Is my fucking process.
Nah. Put that back up on screen. Put that back up on screen by Vaughn. The comment by Vaughn. Vaughn says the IWC hated Charlotte, so let me see. So match that they got their wish with Shotzi. Look how that turned out. Look, I said the exact same thing when Charlotte left. I said, y'all are going to miss Charlotte because I knew how that SmackDown women's roster was set. This match speaks to two things. It speaks to how poorly that SmackDown women's roster looks. Look at, like, you go back and on there. What stars do you have on there? You really don't have any stars on there. Like CJ said, that you could really put in there against Ronda. Now they're taking a shot on Shotzi. But I said when they booked this match, I said this is gonna be garbage. I'm sitting there watching with my wife. She's like, "Oh, why you think this match is gonna be garbage?" And then she's watching it with me. She's like, "Oh, I see why you said what you said." So, look, yep, she went for like a DDT to the outside and almost broke her neck.
I was cracking up.
What are we doing? What are we doing here?
Corey was like, "Oh, I wonder who got the worst of that exchange." I'm like, bro, nobody, bro. Like, the miscommunication on that was like just, I don't know, man. This match didn't do it for me.
Ronda,
I don't know, man. I think
Ronda's the type of person in those matches that she's in, she needs an anchor. You can't put her in the match with someone like Shotzi and expect to get not only get like a good match, but get a passable match. This match wasn't even passable, bro. Like, there were no parts in this match that there were no redeeming qualities about this match.
No, but the thing with Ronda is like, the thing with Ronda is like, Ronda ain't brought in to fucking do that shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, Ronda's there to be the fucking, like, even like kind of like Brock Lesnar. You know what I'm saying? He's just there to fucking get his shoulders pinned to the mat to somebody that's not her. or whatever. You know what I'm saying? That's the only thing that she's there for. You know what I mean? She ain't there to fucking carry a match or put somebody over.
But the thing about Brock is Brock can do that. If you need Brock to actually work a match and you need him to sell and do all of those things, Brock can do all of that for you. He just chooses not to, and he chooses who to actually work with. Ronda doesn't choose. That's just her going out there and doing the best of what she can do.
But the thing with Brock is that Brock had 15 years of experience. Brock had 15 years, 20 years of experience to do that shit. You know what I'm saying? Brock beat fucking The Rock at SummerSlam in saying that 2002. Saying Ronda fucking had her first match at WrestleMania in WrestleMania 30 something 4
2.
30,
yeah, wherever it was.
32. Yeah, 32.
Saying wherever,
32.
Yeah,
right?
she had a Taysom Hill jersey on. I'm saying Taysom Hill was there. You know what I mean? Well, wherever it was, you know what I'm saying? Like
34.
in New Orleans.
Vaughn said 34. Vaughn be knowing shit.
Yeah. Thank you. Saying that. Thank you. You know what I'm saying? King Von. You know what I'm saying? The only King Von that's going to heaven. You know what I'm saying? Thank you for that. You know what I mean? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like she got fucking like Brock been doing this shit since 2002. So motherfucking Ronda Rousey, she still needs her time to do that shit. And you know what I mean? Like, what do you want to do? Like, everybody knew that she was gonna lose. Like, everybody knew Shotzi was gonna lose, you know what I'm saying? But you want Ronda to be fucking Paul Orndorff or something, nigga. Like, nigga, I'm here to fucking dominate, nigga, no matter what.
Funny.
And I got a nigga on my fucking
Ronda
shit.
does need something though. Ronda does need something. 100%.
She needs a legitimate challenger.
She needs a legitimate challenger, and she needs a mouthpiece. She needs somebody to talk for her.
Yeah.
Like, because she can't get these promos over. I'm not even gonna hold you. I thought that maybe like the pairing of her and Shayna was gonna bring something out of the two of them, because Shayna's already awkward by herself. Ronda can't cut a promo, and then I'm like, okay, well, they're friends. Hopefully that they'll be, able to play off of each other's energy, and they have not necessarily been able to do that. The backstage segment that they did a couple of weeks ago, where they jumped Shotzi, and you feel me, Shayna was like, "Oh, okay, you that tough? You want to say something to Ronda? Okay, we'll turn around and say it to her face." That was good. However, when they had to go out in front of the crowd this past Friday and do it live in front of the audience, it fell so flat. It felt so flat, and I just felt so bad because I was like, bruh, y'all should have some type of chemistry.
Especially y'all been friends for so long.
For like 2 decades. And so I'm like, I don't understand it. But
they can use a Zelina Vega right now. You know what I mean? They can use a Zelina Vega. They can use a, like, not even like, because every time somebody can't talk, they want to put Paul Heyman with them. Like, it's not even about that. Like, even if you could, like, even with what's his LA Knight's fucking fake sister's name? You know what I'm saying? Like,
Maxine,
you know what I'm saying? Like Maxine Dupree. You know what I'm saying? Like, give her Maxine Dupree, somebody that could talk for them. You know what I mean? Like, that would give them something to do. You know what I'm saying? And it would still be Iron Woman, Hear Me Roar. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know, man. Like, I think Ronda Rousey and Shayna Baszler should be straight, no talk, all ass whooping, like Krishan Rock.
And with that,
but that only gets you to a certain point. Like, there have been so many wrestlers that have been really good wrestlers, but when they get on the mic, it's like there's a huge disconnect, and that's been a huge hindrance. I'm not saying that's going to be the case for Ronda Rousey, because she's already, made her star in the octagon and everything like that in UFC, and she doesn't really need that right now. But Shayna needs that. She needs someone to talk for her.
Yeah, they need something. They for sure need something. Somebody that doesn't need anybody to talk for them. Austin Theory. Austin Theory is the United States champion, because he is no longer the youngest anything. He is the now. He even got it on his wristband. It says the now, like big letters. It's like all like, ooh.
He stole that edge.
Times, you know what I'm saying? Times script, you know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying?
What's wrong?
Comic stand.
What's wrong with him stealing that from who? From Edge?
No,
what's wrong with him stealing that from Edge?
That's an
MJF
Edge
is
line.
stealing everything. MJF is stealing everything from CM Punk right now. So
we're not talking about MJF right now. Don't do that.
I'm just saying, niggas is doing
No,
remixes.
we got to though.
This is the
Look,
remix.
wrestling is wrestling.
Take that.
Yes, wrestling is wrestling. And I think Grant bringing that shit up is absolutely fucking like, yo, that's why you're the Red Ranger. Don't ever say that shit again. But yo, that shit is great. Yo, Austin Theory winning that shit was the perfect way for him to win. The perfect fucking, like, that is so fucking perfect. Because that whole shit with him losing the fucking Money in the Bank, that kind of makes the Money in the Bank him fucking that off. You know what I'm saying? Like to set it off, girls, and set it off. You know what I'm saying? Fucking that off. Like, that shit makes it all worth it and shit. You know what I'm saying? He was fucking Jada Pinkett on the bus. Like, at least you got your belt back.
Oh, okay. Quick question. That's funny. Austin Beyblade burst theory. That's funny. Because they did the advertising for the Beyblades during his entrance video. And I sat up for a second because I wasn't really paying attention. I was on my phone. And I'm like, is that Beyblades? I was like, is that his entrance video now? I was like, that's really interesting marketing, but, whatever. But the question I was going to ask you guys is, does this redeem him from losing the Money in the Bank? Do you think this makes up for it?
No.
No, nigga, I have to climb a ladder and take that shit off of it, nigga. It's still the Money in the Bank.
I did a poll.
Oh, the poll. What they
so fuck us. Pause. Please don't do that.
Yeah, what they said.
What is the poll say?
I said that finish was interesting. I said, is Austin Theory redeemed from his failed cash it now? 58% says yes, 15% says no, and 27% say I don't care.
No, you know how embarrassing it is? Like, niggas like fucking Missed Out lost the fucking, like, I think Missed Out and fucking Baron Corbin is the only one to ever fucking fuck off of fucking Money in the Bank. So, like, I think that if you could have used the Money in the Bank for this match and then he'd have won, it probably would have made the Money in the Bank not look like a piece of shit. But, I mean, whatever.
But
at least he won the belt.
Yeah, shout out to Gunna 504. He says he still looks goofy cashing in the first place. I agreed. I don't agree with the poll. I still think, it's cool that he got the United States title and everything like that, but it does not redeem him whatsoever from losing the Money in the Bank. Like, bro, we already went over this multiple times. Like, not only did you fail your cash in, you cash in on a mid-card title, bro. Like, this is levels. There's levels to this embarrassment. So I don't think this redeems him. It looks cool, but it doesn't redeem him.
Oh, you had a whole, like, do you know what
phenomenal
you had to
match,
go
by
through?
The way.
It was
man. Lashley had both of these niggas in the Hurt Lock. Both of them.
But that was
the same time.
That's the most egregious shit that I ever seen in my life, nigga. Like, how do you full Nelson two niggas at the same time? That's some big cousin shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, yo, nigga, shut up, nigga. Both y'all niggas shut up. Like, both you niggas get put in the full Nelson at the same time, nigga. Shout out to Bobby Lashley. At least he looked strong. Like, everybody looked good in that match. I think that was the most important part.
Oh, okay. Sami spoke at the press conference. Becky Lynch and Bianca spoke at the press conference. Triple H is now at the podium. Some white dude is asking questions. I don't know that guy. Anyways, next match was the main event. Wait, real quick. Rollins was U.S. champion for a month. Where does he go from here?
Wherever he wants.
Not necessarily, because I'm pretty sure he probably wants to be WWE champion or Universal champion. And Rollins is actually stated with Ariel Helwani that he's never had a moment where he's actually felt like he was the guy. So I'm sure that he would at some point like to feel like the guy. But he doesn't make that choice.
Wait. Did he say that?
Yes.
Mr. Money in the Bank who cashed in at WrestleMania in San Francisco fucking 47 minutes for where we live at, niggas?
That match was still a vehicle to get Roman over as a babyface.
Bro, that match was a vehicle for the year that he turned on the Shield that made him the biggest heel in the entire wrestling industry, too. So how the fuck can he say that shit? Like, listen, Kobe,
it was still
You know what I
Roman.
mean? Like, dog. Like, no matter what Roman was doing, like him turning on the Shield was the biggest thing in wrestling, no matter what. And then like him doing that shit, like Seth didn't have to have that fucking US championship. He didn't want it. He was trying to do his thing. You know what I'm saying? It was a good deal to put Austin Theory over. He can do whatever he wants, dog. Like the only legitimate fucking challenger that Roman's ever had was him.
Hey guys, the Undertaker's here.
Taker!
The Undertaker is here.
What's up, Taker?
What's up, man?
Wow, this Taker capitalizes H right there. You know what I'm saying?
This is such an honor. I don't know what to say. Wow. Can we have tickets to your one dead man show? That's wow, man. Undertaker's watching the PE3 right now. Hey, Undertaker, I'm not even gonna hold you. Undertaker, check this out. This is what I need you to do. I need you to go to momandpops.bigcartel.com and I need you to order this shirt right here, right? I need you to order this shirt. You feel me? We got a t-shirt for sale, Undertaker, and it's on momandpops.bigcartel.com. That's our little shop zone. You feel me? You can go get the Jacket for Beats t-shirt, you know what I'm saying, and throw us a little bone, take a t-shirt. You feel me? Take a picture of yourself in the t-shirt and like post it on your social media. Get one for like Michelle McCool too, and then like tag us. That'd be fire. That'd be so fire. I'm telling you.
But give me that Beach Bitch t-shirt.
Undertaker's really here. That's crazy. That's crazy, man. You know what's crazy? You know what also was crazy? This main event was crazy. The Bloodline won War Games. I thought they was gonna lose. I still think that they should have lost, but it's all good. I don't make the choices.
Yeah, 2/3 of the show thought they were gonna lose.
Listen, you're right about that, and it was me and you.
No.
Again, I'm open to being wrong. I'm open to being wrong. Ben, how did you feel about
tonight? I am the champ.
Give it to us, Ben.
I feel like it was a good match. Like I said, like at the beginning of the show, this match had something that the first match, War Games match, the women had. It had something that they didn't have, which was a story going into this match. They had the story like, is Sami Zayn a rat? Is he going to turn on the Bloodline? They furthered it on SmackDown by having Kevin Owens coming to talk to Sami Zayn. Sami Zayn lined Jey Uso, telling him he didn't talk to anybody, and they addressed it on the show. Roman called him to the backstage dressing room. He's like, hey, man, did you lie to Jey Uso about talking to Kevin Owens? He's like, yeah, I lied to him, but, he's not my supervisor or nothing like that, so I don't got to answer to him. Like, bro. And he says, like, okay, I would never turn on y'all. And Sami Zayn does this thing that I loved. Like, his lip starts quivering, and he starts like he's holding back tears because he's like, yo, man, look, only 5 people in the world are allowed in this locker room. Not including the camera guys, but he's like, 5 guys are only allowed back here.
Who are these niggas?
Paul Heyman, the rest of the Bloodline, and then there's me. He's like, and that's not wasted on me. Like, I appreciate that. Yeah. And so they get out there and they told that story throughout the match. Jey Uso was the first man in the match. He's getting jumped by Butch and who else? Butch and Ridge Holland. And when Sami Zayn comes down to help him, let's walk it back a second. Jimmy Uso is supposed to go down. Roman pulls him back. He's like, nah, Sammy, you go out there. You the one that's gonna go out there and help him. He goes out there, and the whole time, Jay is just projecting his help. He'd rather get a beating than accept this man's help, and that's the story that they told right up until the end.
Bro, is Sami Zayn the Samuel Monroe Jr. of fucking wrestling right now? Because he just hops up in all the fucking storylines of worth. Because soon as he wanted to fucking get in, like, no, let him do that shit. You know what I'm saying? Because it's just layers, dog. All them niggas that was fucking crying about Roman Reigns 6 years ago, like getting shoved in your mouth. You know what I'm saying? How you feel about it now? You know what I'm saying? You're saying that food tastes good now, don't it? Yeah, I know it do. Yeah, I know it do. It tastes good. You know what I'm saying?
They had the shots of him. Like, first of all, he had a chair in the cage. Like, everybody else standing, this is like, I'm chilling, man. I'm just but they had the shots that they had of him sitting in the chair, like looking up at Sami, as Sami's standing in the cage, just waiting for his opportunity to, get in the ring, get in the match. And even when he was like standing in the cage, like watching Solo, and he was looking back at Paul Heyman like, look at little cuz, man. I was just a little nigga do work, man. He's Ben, what you said the other week, he said Solo said, you got to be a nigga with ambition. He really likes that Wale ambition record with with Meek and Rick Ross. So he said, you got to be a nigga with ambition. And I feel like Roman was looking at him proud, like, that's a nigga with ambition right there. It was fire. It was fire. But I was under the impression that this match was going to lead to Roman Reigns versus Sheamus at like the Rumble, and that was going to be the next story that they tell. But more so, they told the story of Roman and Kevin and Sami and those relationships, and how that, because like Sami didn't even attack Owens when he did the pop-up power bomb and the stunner to Roman. He tried not to. He tried to hold himself back. He tried to save his friend from that. So instead of attacking Kevin to break up the pin, he stopped the ref. So like, I tried to give you an out, bro. I tried to give you an out, but you really tested my patience right now. I done told you, look, you see me drifting. You feel me? I'm drifting butter right now. I'm bleeding. You know what I'm saying? So I'm like, like, you got to understand what's happening right now. I'm not trying to, never mind. I can't even say like gang culture, like vernacular and like terminology and shit, because I done already said some wild shit here today. But
no, nigga, you know what Sami Zayn is? Sami Zayn is fucking when Tupac signed to fucking Death Row. That's exactly what it is. Like when Tupac signed to Death Row and shit, like I'm a bang for what I bang for, you know what I'm saying? But like if somebody else says some shit, you know what I'm saying? Like who I've been banging with for longer than them, I'm like, yo, man, relax your shit, you know what I'm saying? Like he didn't stop Kevin Owens from fucking getting the 3 count. Because if anybody else would have got that 3 count, you know what I'm saying? Like I think he'd have been like, all right. You know what I'm saying? But like it's different. So like it's just like the layers, nigga. It's like them fucking the little Pillsbury layers biscuits that you get on sale, you know what I'm saying, for your girl who I'm saying who want to make breakfast in bed for, that she don't deserve it. You know what I mean? Like it's there's so many ways that you can go into the storyline, and man, terrorizing. You better get it right, because I ain't got time for this shit.
And
I work nights.
Sami goes on during that match to prove himself, to say like, yo, man, look, I'm down for the cause, because I think it was either I think Jay goes for the super kick. Kevin Owens blocks it. And he's like, yo, look, is this your family? Are these really your guys? Straight shot to the nuts. And like he went into overdrive, proving like, bro, I'm here for the bloodline. Hits the haluva kick in the corner. Not only that, extra credit, throws him down, tells Jay, yo, do work, jump on this nigga. And
he's clearly
they won the match off of that. And then right after the facts, and then right after that,
you finna say it.
Right after that, the match is over. Jay runs over to Sami Zayn, daps him up, gives him a hug, and they're just standing together. And I'm like, bro, this is Omar and Brother Muzone. That's what this is. It's like, yo, we're boys right now. Like we were beefing in the beginning. We're boys right now, but we can turn on each other in an instant. This friendship is fragile.
Yeah, main event Jay listening. You know what I'm saying? We were like main event Jay listening. You know what I'm saying? Like he just resting. You know what I mean? That's the most perfect analogy. You know what I'm saying? That's exactly what the champ would say if he wasn't the champ right now, and I was. But
you know what the champ did say? The champ said that Sami Zayn is like Tupac when he signed to Death Row, and I immediately thought of this photo with Pac in the Red Wings jersey. And I'm like, yo, Sami Zayn came out there all red like the bloodline. It was, you know what it is, Drew? You're messing with the bloodline now. Big B's in this bitch.
Big B's, Kev.
Big B's in Boston.
Big B's out here, Kev. You know what I'm saying? My Sergey Fedorov jersey.
Bloodline business, bitch. You feel me? Hold on. This was Sami Zayn said. This was Sami Zayn did.
Was bragging B Loca Bentley, nigga know the business is B Slime a G5, nigga. Bleh.
Hey, big baller bloodline business.
Big baller bloodline, right? Big baller bloodline business. Oh man, that's funny. That's funny. That's good stuff. So, one of these guys is the public enemy number one. Or it might still be me. I don't know. We're gonna have to compare notes.
Yeah, I'm the champ until Wednesday.
We're gonna have to compare notes. I don't know.
Whatever, bro. I ain't worried about that because I already know I'm the winner. I went back and counted it. I went back and watched the video during the pre-show before we got on here. We were like in the backstage before we got on here. I watched it and I had the sound turned up. They know. Oh. They just don't want to give me the credit, but they know.
Ben,
they know. I literally. I listened back. I listened back during the pre-show too. So that's how I got what I got. So I mean, if I'm off somewhere, again, maybe we need to compare notes. Put a poll up on Twitter.
Makes me the fucking champ. I don't need to compare a goddamn thing. I'm the champ.
Monte said, "Let the community vote."
No, I'm not letting the community vote. Y'all got it out for me. What's that name say, bro? What's that name say? Nah. What's that name say? The Waco Kid. I don't know if y'all ever seen the Waco Kid. Nah, bro, we're not talking about you right now. We're talking about me.
The Waco Kid.
The Waco Kid. Fastest hands in the West. Fastest picks on the PE3. Me.
A Baltimore nigga talk about some Texas shit.
First night I came in here. What'd I do? Won. On the first prediction show that I was on, I won.
Hey,
I won this one too.
Though? I don't remember that.
You lost tonight, nigga.
Oh, you don't remember that?
Champ said, wild card, make Keeks champ. Well, if Keeks wants to come and do predictions with us for Revolution, she's more than welcome to. If she's able to take the championship away from the guys, then she deserves it. Also, check out All Elite with Keeks. Monday, she'll be here live, recapping the week that was and the week that will be, doing our whole thing. So All Elite with Keeks right here, live and direct on Monday. And for your wear, Keeks has got some merch up over there, foryourwear.com. Make sure you go and tap in and salute and support her. Ben, you were saying?
I got a question. If you guys give this show a letter grade, what would you give it?
Me personally, I will give it I'll give it a B. I'll give it a B plus. Yeah. You know what? Nah, honestly, I'm gonna give it an A- because I really didn't dislike too much on the show, other than the Ronda and the Shotzi match, and then I didn't see enough of Finn and AJ to necessarily grade that. So, A-. I thought they delivered,
bro.
Ben.
I'm giving it a B plus. Like Graham said, like it was a solid show. The only thing that I really didn't like was that Ronda and Shotzi match. Like if you get rid of that, the show was like if that match was off, that I give it an A. But unfortunately, we all had to bear witness to that shit show.
It wasn't a long card. 5 matches in there, out of there. Yeah. 2 War Games matches, 45 minutes to pop. Jizzle, your grade?
I think it was like you said before, like I think it was B plus worthy because like it was like the War Games matches was exactly what it was fucking built around. Like nobody really gave a fuck about, like, even though like I think the United States title match was the best match on the card. Like nobody really gave a fuck about that shit because they kind of fucking threw that shit in there. They threw that shit in there like the fucking parsley on the plate when you fucking get a meal that's not worth the money that you pay for. So, like I think the War Games matches, like since they put so much into that shit, I think the War Games matches delivered. So for that, and then plus the other matches, I think it was a B+ overall. So yeah, I think it was B+.
There you go, gang. Gang.
Do y'all think they run this back next year?
Yes. However, I hope if they do it next year for Survivor Series, they don't force 2 matches in.
2 War Games matches, unless it's 2 actual factions fighting each other type shit. Because you don't have to force fuck a fucking women's War Games match in there if you don't want to.
But I think somebody, I don't know, was it one of us on one of the show this past week or whatever, or maybe it was somebody that I was listening to that suggested like maybe one of these matches could be like still the traditional Survivor Series elimination match, the 5-on-5, and then the other could be a War Games match if there's a story that lends to that.
I felt like I kind of felt like that was missing during the show because I like a traditional 5-on-5 Survivor Series match, and War Games is cool, but that's really what I come to Survivor Series for. I'm not mad at there being two War Games matches, one for the men and one for the women. But the thing is, you got to give me a better story coming into this. Like I said at the beginning of the show, this match virtually had no story. They were kind of running off the fumes of the whole Bianca versus Damage CTRL storyline that started back at SummerSlam. We're running off the fumes of that, and we're getting to like the end of that, and I feel like they stretched it longer than they had to for the purpose of, okay, well, we got a War Games match, we got to have this go, because this really should have ended at Crown Jewel, if we're being honest with you. It should have ended when Bianca and Bayley had that title match on Monday Night Raw. It's like this should have been out of here already. I get what they're doing, but if they run this back next year for like the men and the women, I'm gonna need a better story coming into it for the women.
And I think that you don't need to fucking like trying to be so extra wokish to where like you have to put a women's War Games match in there. Like you can have a women's Survivor Series tag team match in there without it being working, because I think War Games is here to stay. That shit ain't going fucking nowhere. Triple H and paid fucking boosty prices for that. So that ain't going nowhere. So like you can have like, I would love to see it, like even if you want to have like a little mix, like I will, like if Hit Row would have fucking fought saying Legado del Fantasma in the fucking War Games would have been perfect. You know what I mean? Like you could do that shit.
Nah.
But
if we would have got that with
NXT,
it would have been fire.
Yeah, that's past the expiration date.
Yeah, for sure.
Oh yeah, or them Viking niggas, because that's who they fighting right now, right? Yeah.
Oh God, no, God no.
Jizzle.
Look,
that's Jizzle. That ship has sailed.
I'm not trying to see
a tag
anything.
team now.
Look,
you can't do a tag team War Games match.
I'm not trying to see anything with the Viking Raiders on a pay-per-view.
Like if you get them, the Viking niggas, and then like what's another 3-person tag? Yeah, you probably right. Never mind, you're right.
The Viking Raiders stink, bro. They stink. I'm not trying to see that shit.
Viking Raiders are good wrestlers.
What they're doing right now stinks. Yeah.
It's nasty.
Like we didn't talk about that shit when they came back, when they had Sarah Logan come out there and Jack Max the Impaler's whole gimmick, and you had niggas be like, yo man, look, y'all don't know nothing about Viking culture. Y'all don't know nothing about Viking culture. You're right, bro. I'm a black man in America. What the fuck do I know about Vikings, bro? But I seen some shit that looked like some shit that I had already seen before, so I caught it like I saw it. And to be quite honest with you, yeah, Valhalla, it still stinks, bro. Like, yo, you can talk about all the Viking shit you want to talk about. You can talk about Valhalla, you can talk about Thor, you can talk about Odin, you could play Thor, Love and Thunder while you're watching this match. I don't give a fuck about none of that. It looked like it stink. She walking out there barefoot and shit. Her feet look dirty as hell. Nah, bro. She losing matches because she winning the matches because she stink, bro. Niggas is falling out.
Brent said, I like Gaga. I like some of the Gaga songs. What the fuck does she know about cameras?
Like, niggas like, yo, y'all don't know nothing about Vikings. You don't know about Viking culture and everything like that. Look at me.
Yeah. Of course I do.
I know about Vikings outside of Thor.
And God of War. I play enough God of War for that shit. You know what I'm saying?
My one of my best friends who just got married this past summer. His first wife, her parents did those Viking events where they would go out and they would get the whole get up and do the whole on guard, or I don't know what Vikings do.
Hey, did you have a whole turkey leg?
Those
You know
are
pirates.
like, but it's just like it was the weirdest thing, and I'm so glad that my brother like found real love, and that I don't have to deal with that.
Is he black?
Family anymore? Yeah, he's black.
Hey, I think a black Viking will be treated like how they treated Jackie Robinson coming into baseball. Like, no, this ain't even fair, nigga. Come on now, blood. Come on now. We got a black Viking too, nigga. Like, come on, blood. Like, that's.
I'll tell you guys more about that story and more about the Viking girl on
the Patreon,
nigga. Yeah, man. Let's get ready to get up out of here.
Do? They fucking stink. That's what they do. They fucking stink.
I don't.
That's what the fuck they do. They smell like ass, bro.
I was gonna try to spin us out of here. I'm like, damn, I don't have a follow up way
bro.
to boom, like a punch way to segue that just like ooh.
Sometimes the cold open gets awkward, bro. So we'll call this a cold closer.
It's a vibe.
Oh, Coach Davis bike. He said, "Who won?"
Me, nigga. That's who won.
Me.
There we go. That's what we got, man. He won, man.
Watch your bag. Watch the tape back. Roll the tape back, bro. I'm not doing this stupid shit that they've been doing on that the refs been doing lately. But bro, watch it back. Don't be like, damn, man, we should have called that. Nah, bro, watch it back. I want y'all, for the listeners, I know I've been harsh to y'all sometimes, but I really love y'all, man. Y'all the best. Y'all the greatest listeners out there.
So disingenuous. So disingenuous. That's crazy. Yeah. Man. Ken says, Jizzle, you didn't win. Vince says, go to the Facebook group. All right, man. I got to pull it together. Check this out. Just as Vince says right here, my dog, Coach Davis, he says, go to the Facebook group 100%. Please, if you are here watching on the YouTube, tap into the Facebook group. Go join that. You feel me? If you're listening on Spotify, Apple, Google, whatever it is, you feel me? Tap in with the Facebook group. Tap in with the Discord. You feel me? Slide on over to momandpops.bigcartel.com. That is our new shop zone, our new site, our new pop-up shop where you can get Public Enemies merchandise. We have the Jackin' for Beats t-shirt, Public Enemies logo up for sale right now. Use the promo code PE3 for $5 off at your checkout for your purchase. And then, of course, be ready for the Public Enemies podcast Patreon, December the 7th. It's on the way. It's butter, baby. What a tall.
Hey, listen, man. Jizzle is the champ for the Tippetize out there. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to the Tippetize who voted for me to win in the Facebook. You know what I'm saying? I'm the champ until Wednesday, until y'all figure out that I didn't really win. But you know what I'm saying? I'm the champ. Until now.
Josh, there's a 3X on there. Bang my line. Let me know what you need.
For real. You know what I'm saying? Listen, like We got everything for everybody, y'all.
What you need, bro?
Yeah, man. You
Everything,
feel me?
man.
I'm talking about, man. You feel me? Hey, man, we over here making biscuits for the projects. You feel me? Everybody, you know what I'm saying? Come get a little, yeah, I mean, come get a piece. Y'all talking about you need.
Hey.
Yeah.
Hey,
you know what I'm gonna do? You know what the pop-up shop
popping
stands
off?
for?
Jizzle, why you gotta talk when he's talking?
We both were talking at the same time, so we're both talking when we're both talking.
Okay.
No, like he had already pitched it. Like, hey, yo, I'm finna say something. Like, hey, yo. He said 13 words, and you said, oh, so anyways, I'm trying to get y'all this.
13 words. Look, all right, bro.
I don't know. I'm fucking around, bro.
No, man. Well, yo, when this shirt start popping off, we can go back. We going back to the projects. We handing out turkeys like Nino Brown.
Big action. We for sure doing that. Ken said, "You're not the champ, Jizzle. It's really been for real."
Nigga, you better get ready. You get ready to fucking make us fucking get ready to make a fucking thing for me, Ken. You know what I'm saying? When you ain't sucking up, teacher's pet. You know what I mean? Like.
Hey man, let's get up out of here. Follow the show at The Enemies PE3 on all social media platforms. You know what I'm talking about. If you want to follow the squad individually, you're more than welcome to do so. Ben is the public enemy #1 now, according to Ken. We're gonna run the tape one more time. I got to double and triple check shit. You feel me? I'm finna go back and smoke some weed. This will be up on the audio platform, of course. Once again, momandpops.bigcartel.com is the site. Promo code PE3 for $5 off. Make sure you stay tapped in, stay tuned in, stay dangerous for the Patreon December 7th. I almost said December 3rd. I don't know why I was going to say that, but let's keep it clear. December 7th, Patreon will be live and direct, man. Public Enemies Patreon on the way. Yeah. You guys want to say anything before we go?
Hey, listen, the champ, you see it? I'm the champ. By recount, you know what I'm saying? Shout out to St. Jizzle Gore, you know what I'm saying? Al Jizzle, you know what I mean? I'm the champ until further notice, you know what I'm saying? Follow the fucking me, follow us, you know what I'm saying? Buy the shirt, you know what I'm saying? The Discord, all that shit, man. For real. I'm the champ.
Hey man, this is like when The Rock said that he won, but his feet really touched the ground. And Big Show is really the winner. Yo,
you just gotta roll with it, man.
But yo, just gotta roll with it, I guess. So yo, you can follow me on Twitter at _SonOfMars_. And if you're on Facebook, join the group. Jump on the Discord, and while you're at it, like what Graham said, buy the T-shirt. Go to our link tree on the Twitter page. It'll take you everywhere you need to be associated with us.
Yeah, gang. You feel me? That is the link. I didn't know you was gonna do that. You feel me? So here it is, live and direct. Linktree/public enemies. Tap in. You feel me? That's everything on there. You feel me? Linktree/public enemies. It's got everything on there. But yeah. Salute to everybody
He's muted. I'll do the outro.
Yeah, I don't know why I muted myself. I was like, I muted and unmuted, and I was like, why did I do that? Anyways, but yeah, once again, salute to everybody that has purchased the shirt so far. Everybody that is tapping into the YouTube, tapping in, you feel me, and listening, liking, subscribing, you feel me, retweeting. All that shit is love. All that shit is support. And gang. One time for the one time. Ben, take us home.
Oh, I was bluffing.
Where, my daddy?
I'm the champion. Good night.
All right,
that's my outro.
Man.
I'm the champion. Good night.
Take care of yourselves and each other.
Where?